And we are live. Assalamu alaikum and hello and good day, wherever you're tuning in from. I hope you're having a very lovely day. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. If this is the first time you're watching me in social media, then please let me give some brief information about myself. Manuel was born and raised in Bangladesh, but studied, lived, and worked in Germany and Australia as well. Currently in Australia, in Melbourne, a permanent resident here. I work here as a customer care advisor in a financial institution. On the side, I run this wonderful digital business with a wonderful community of people that you have been watching me to work with. I'm also a husband, father of a baby girl, and obviously a proud digital business owner and mentor. So I help people learn how to use various social media platforms and be able to run a digital business comfortably from wherever they are. So, as usual, I've got my two co-hosts, Brother Amin from Sydney, Sister Fatima from Edmonton, Canada, and a distinguished guest, Sister Fatima as well, from California. So, California, United States, the sunny part of the United States. I hope it's sunny over there today. Anyways, without further ado, I now hand it over to Brother Amin. Assalamu alaikum, brother. How are you doing?
Walaikum salam, alhamdulillah. It's a hot and sunny day in Sydney today with a little bit of rain yesterday. So,
It is
all
bright
indoors.
and sunny in Melbourne as well today.
Yeah, so we are indoors with the AC cranked up. Welcome to everyone. For those who are just seeing us for the first time, my name is Amin, in Sydney, based in Sydney, originally from Sri Lanka. Me and my wife 𝒒𝐁𝐬 are both accountants by profession. We work full time, and we also run the our digital business on the side. So the session is for those who are kind of interested and looking for an opportunity to start their own digital business, online business. They don't know how to do it. We are here to help them by providing them the coaching and mentoring, and then, helping them start their own digital business journey. And then we have a amazing, huge community of over 190,000 members across the globe. So it's going to be a good opportunity for everyone to listen to us and see if this will interest them as well. So as usual, instead of one Fatimas, we have two Fatimas, two Sister Fatimas from Edmonton, and also Sister Fatima from California. So over to you, Sister Fatima, for a brief introduction, and then also let's get to our special guest as well. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Fatima.
Yeah, walaikum salam, brother. Thank you. So thank you for those who are joining us. Yeah, we did change the time a little bit, but hope you are tuning in. For those who are watching for the first time, I am based out in Edmonton. So I've been in Alberta, Canada for the past 14 years. I live here with my husband and two kids, and I'm originally from India. I came here for my studies and then ended up living here. So I work full-time in a healthcare research company and also run this business on the side for the past few years. And like everybody has mentioned, we have a huge community. We have people who are working, people who are not working, and running this business full-time or on the side. So you need to come and see if this is for you. So don't think that this might not be for you if you're not working, or if you are working at the time. So let's hear from Sister Fatima. She is from California. And Assalamu alaikum, sister. Please introduce yourself and let our viewers. Can you please let our viewers know what brought you to the online space, and why did you pick this digital business? Like, when you came to the online space, there's so much out there. What made you choose this one?
Sure. So thank you so much, all of you, Brother Manuel, Brother Amin, and Fatima, for inviting me here. It's a pleasure for me to be here as a guest. And hello, everyone, and assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are tuning in. My name is Fatima Haider, as everyone has mentioned. And I've been living in California since past 12 years now. Originally, I'm from Pakistan, Karachi, Pakistan, and I have my education in the healthcare industry. But I've always been a stay-at-home mom here, and I've been in the business since last 2 years. I'm a digital business mentor and a coach as well. And just like Fatima mentioned, that this business is for everyone, I second that 100%. Because as you can see, these three people, they work full time, and I have been a stay at home mom. So you can see the versatility just right here, that we all are from different backgrounds, even different countries, but at the same platform, united here. So that's the best part, I guess. And that's it about me as an introduction. And over to Menu.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you for your intro. Can you please tell us what brought you to the online space? Like, why did you want to start this digital business?
Sure. So 2 years ago, when it was the time when the situation of pandemic was easing out, but at the same time, all of the relief which we have received, which we had received during those times, that thing was kind of balancing out. The rents were shooting high, the prices of even groceries were shooting high, everything was going high, and we just had one source of income. My husband was the one earning through his job, and I was taking care of kids. So we were pretty hand to mouth back then. And we decided that I think we should go for the online options, because after pandemic, obviously, the trend of working online became really popular. It was not that much of an out of the box thing anymore. So I decided to go for customer service jobs, because for a very brief time here in California, like 3 or 4 months, I worked as a cashier in an electronics store, and that kind of helped me get exposed to the outside world here. Because you guys can imagine, as an immigrant, uh, it's very different here, either in US or Canada or even Australia. Things are very different if we compare it to back home. Plus, different language, different lifestyle, different things going on. So that was a good exposure for me, and I thought to use it as my experience, though it was very little, but I just started that. And to my surprise, I thought I would be accepted, but I don't know, I don't have count how many interviews I gave for full-time and part-time customer service jobs, and I was rejected every time, because every time they used to say that they have candidates better than me. Even when they say that they do not need experience, still they had candidates applying for those positions who were more experienced than I am, like at least 1 year. And then I stumbled upon this digital business opportunity. I saw a mom like me doing this business from her own grocery store. Like, she used to run her grocery store back then, and she used to run this business from there as well. So it caught my eye. I just contacted her, asked for the details, did my due diligence, and decided to be a part of it, because all of the things that were a barrier for me in applying for a job, that became my strength here on this platform. And it was a really good decision of my life, alhamdulillah.
definitely, Sister Satna. Thanks for sharing this story. So, yes, the way you have explained it, it makes sense. Definitely, often a lot of people have issues with the job and all that, go through struggle, but this is where, I mean, they don't need all those I mean, background, and everything is in a box ready for everybody. And as you said, that we work full time, but alongside our job we are able to do the business because there is an excellent backend team. So just a little bit from my end. So after my graduation here, I did my PhD here in Australia. It was a lot of hours, a lot of things that I needed to do, often going beyond the usual 8 hours day of working weekends and national holidays. So I started my business, and then I went back to Bangladesh during the COVID, came back after 3.5 years when my baby was born and everything. So this business helped me to stay close to my family during that time, to my baby, to my wife. The baby has grown up a little bit now. I came back to Australia because I had the permanent residency. So I moved back here, now working again full time. And again, on the side, I'm able to run this business because, again, the same situation. In this case, truly, no, you don't need any experience, and all the heavy lifting, everything, the tech part, the inventory part, the training part, is taken care of. The mentoring and coaching is as such that it's like baby step. You just handhold people and teach everything by step. It's and the community has boomed so much over the years because of this outstanding platform. And as one thing you said, that yes, working online is not an exception anymore in this today's era. People anyway spend a lot of time in social media. You see people are often addicted. They just go through reels after reels, videos after videos, doing this or that. And now at the end of the day, a lot of people are not aware of how to take advantage of these things, right? People as they, even in my job, I mean, I also work now 3 days from home. I mean, even jobs since COVID has, that's a new norm. Mostly often in the Western countries, you'd have 2 or 3 days of working from home and maybe 1 or 2 days from the office. That has become so now. That is why it is possible, because there is a laptop, there is internet. People just make use of it. So earning from online is not an exception. It is a very common thing nowadays. So what we do, we just run a business similar to a job, working from home, just but in our own time. And with a business, usually there is a lot of work. If whenever you think of a business, there is a lot of work. I mean, to set it up, to then keep it going, and maintaining it stably. And that is where this backend team is taking care of everything, and that's why we're able to run this. So yeah, that is from my insight. Brother Amin, over to you for some of your insights. I think you're mute, brother. You're mute.
Yes, sorry. Rather than my insight, I would like to get some insight from Mrs. Fatima from California. Um, there's a lot of people who are kind of very suspicious about online space, and then they want to do. They understand that they need to do something because, as Sister Fatima earlier said, the cost of living is rising. It's very expensive. On top of that, if you have kids, it's further expensive. Childcare is expensive. Everything is going over the roof, right? So therefore, there's a lot of ladies, stay-at-home moms who have never done a job, never done a business, but they feel like they want to contribute to their family. I mean, you can't burden only one person to carry the weight of the family. They, in those instances, they want to contribute, they want to do something online, but they are really scared to start something, saying that I have never done a business, I've never worked outside, I don't know digital marketing, how is this online business works, I don't know, do I have to buy and sell stuff and things like that. From your personal experience, how did you kind of approach this? I'm really sure at the start you were very skeptic and you were scared and you were on the fence as well. For those mothers and stay at home moms and ladies who are staying at home and wanting to do something but they're scared, what's your best advice to them? How should they approach?
Yeah, sure, sure. Actually, I really like this question because just 2 days back, I came across one of the mothers here in United States, and she was like very skeptical. She was a stay-at-home mom too, and she didn't know what to say, what to ask, and how to start and everything. So whoever just contacts me, I say them one thing, that I cannot guarantee that this platform is for you or not, because I understand that every person's situation varies. But there is one thing which you need to do in order to learn this system properly, and that is to have an open mind. You cannot wear the glasses of skepticism and try to find out stuff that could be fishy for you and then just label it as scam and finish it off. No, we will provide you with all the details. We have our private groups in which you will be able to see the income potential and see our journeys and everything. We have so many videos which we can share with you so that you can understand what the system is like. Basically, I tell them that if even if you don't know how to do the digital marketing, that's okay. I was wearing your shoes 2 years ago as well, and there is a simple system which I follow. We have our platform has a proper system in place. We have our 24-hour accessible training, we have mentorship, we have coaching. You have a one-on-one mentor to guide you through each and every process from simple to complex. The only thing that you need is basic understanding of English language, definitely. because the training is in English language, and apart from that, the desire to change your current situation. You need to have an open mind to, do your due diligence. You don't need to have an experience, you don't need to, have any technical skills. Every single thing will be taught to you. A positive mindset, an open mindset, and the desire to change is the only thing that will lead you to the next step. And we have
Um,
everything here in place. Rest is all taken care of. We have our internal admin system, which helps you guide with the internal stuff that we have. Again, training site, mentorship, weekly masterminds, these are like the golden nuggets of our business system. We have everything in place for you. Your only thing is just to be positive and do your due diligence properly.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Sister Fatima. I think our global community, I had a check today morning, we are almost about 193,200 people from all around the globe. And people ask me the
Last I
question,
checked, it was 190, so you can just see the
yeah,
numbers filling up.
it's kind of skyrocketing by the day. So people ask me the question, if you have 193,000 people in your private group, why can't we see it? Why are you guys hiding this group? The way I'm answering their question is that, look, we need to protect our community. There are
That's
enough scammers who perpetrate to be us. Sometimes they kind of, do their scams getting into these groups. We are 100% committed to protecting our global community. Therefore, unless you're validated as someone who's a real person, you will not be kind of admitted to the group,
to the group.
right? That's how we protect our team. What do they need to do is basically watch one of our webinars, register under any of us, watch our webinar. We'll provide them complete all details that they need to understand, what involves in starting a business, what they really need to do, and then they can do their own research and then officially join our global community. And then we will assign a coach and a mentor, and then off you go. You have that process running. So because we have a world-class mentoring and coaching program, a proven global platform with the tools and the systems and the processes, backing support and administrative offices. And we have an amazing dedicated online training website, which you can access from anywhere in the world. And then we have the most supportive global community of people just like you and I, right?
True.
We have people from all walks of life, not professional business administrators or top CEOs, but they are in their own right, they are CEOs of their small business,
That's true.
and they are running it the way they want. But as a global community, what we do is that we help them make the right decisions and help them make that correct decision for their business as well. So thank you so much for sharing that. I hope people watching, those especially those ladies who are very skeptic, will be inspired by your thoughts and what you shared. Over to you, Sister Fatima from Edmonton. Your turn now.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So thanks, Fatma, for talking about, how you do not require any skills to join this business as long as you are coming with your desire to change, right? So that's you need to have a strong why, that why do you want to change the situation? Why you want to be here? And as long as you have that figured out, everything else will fall into place. We have the trainings, the support that you need. So thank you for, clearing that. Another question that I get, from especially moms who are really busy, is about managing their time. And you have got 2 kids. So how do you manage your time around that?
Yeah, actually, I would like to refer Brother Manuel's talk here when he said that we don't realize the number of minutes or sometimes hours that we put in just scrolling down the reels. Like this happens to me as well. Like if I just, start to scroll, and when the next I look at the clock, it will be 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes. You really need to prioritize what you want to do when you have the spare time. Like we all know that most of the business is managed through the phone. Apart from a few technical things, every single thing is managed through the phone, the queries and everything that we manage on a daily basis. What I do is I work on my business around my home schedule. I do not, not anymore. Like, I used to keep aside a few hours in the beginning, because when I was a beginner, I needed more time to, absorb everything. But now, Alhamdulillah, it's on my tips, and it's kind of my second nature now. So, as of now, what I do is, if I'm, for example, cooking, I'm just gonna take my laptop, and if I haven't watched my masterminds yet, I'm gonna go and do it. If somebody contacts me and I just want to, sit for a while, like relax on my couch for 10 minutes before I resume to another task at home, I just take my phone. If I have a query or if I have a lead, I respond to them. That's it. So it really depends how you prioritize your goals here. It's not about time. We all have time. We all have those 2 hours or 3 hours in a day. Trust me. It's all about your priority. You just have to give up maybe those scrollings, and that's it. But just imagine, by giving up those scrollings and using the same time productively and make money. How will that feel? Then it will,
Yeah,
increase the urge to do more and get more,
yeah.
obviously.
Definitely. So, from my experience, I mean, after coming here in Australia, so this is also, so when I go by train, the days now I work from office, often those 30 minutes of train journey I potentially have going back
Exactly.
and forth and waiting in the train station. Potentially, I'll go through the mastermind often and have a look. So yes, otherwise potentially I would have that spend the 30 minutes just scrolling reels, or doing something in social media.
Exactly.
That's our second nature nowadays, anyways. I mean,
Exactly.
so yes, sister. Now, so since the start of the business, potentially could enlighten our viewers here that since you came with no experience, uh, how easy you found that to start the business, and then you found a community. Obviously, you potentially have your own team, mentor, and coach. You found, but and the community as a whole, how did it find to fit in, work at your own pace, and now doing it
Hmm.
whenever you want or whenever you don't want. So please let us know.
Exactly. To be honest, it was pretty simple for me. Now, I use the word simple instead of easy because the steps are pretty simple. But yes, every good thing will take some time, so you need patience for that. You cannot expect this business to, just give you the results overnight or right away, or maybe in a week or so. These things take time. The steps are pretty simple. It's not difficult at all. Whatever you need to do, there are video based tutorials in the training site, and you literally have to follow the steps. Even on top of that, if you don't if you're not sure that is this the correct way to do, again your mentor is there to guide you, because he or she has already done that part so many times. While they're doing it for themselves, while they're doing it for other mentees, they have done it a lot of times. So when it will come to you, they will know better, definitely, and they will help you with that. I also got that same support. I used to follow the training, I used to do my part, and then my mentor used to cross check it. If there are any mistakes or if there is something that can be improved, she used to tell me. So I had great support, alhamdulillah, and the training is pretty simple. It's still pretty good, and to be honest, the community support is great. Like, we are not in a rat race here, we are not each other competitors here. So like, if one is doing good, the another one has to snatch that thing from them. No, we work together, we work as a community, holding hands virtually with each other, because this is how we function, and this is how we progress. There is no competition here. That is what I have seen, and that has been, I would say, the game changer.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Unlike professional environment where we have those fierce competition, and obviously I've been, I think most of us have been in those fierce competitive places where people pull each other's leg to put somebody down and go up.
Office politics, eh?
This, yeah, office politics and all that, dirty politics. So here it doesn't have, and actually the word you said, yeah, that also look took me by surprise. It is the game changer, because as soon as the back in the days when I first entered the group, I was amazed by the way people are welcoming and all that, and that is the overall policy that we have in this. There is no competition and helping each other. So yeah, brother, I mean, some of your insights over there now.
Yeah. Firstly, thank you for all three of you for spending time. So I'm sure our conversations here will inspire others, to take up, start their own digital business. That's our motive, right? So some most of the time when people ask me about, hey, I mean, what are you guys really doing? Because sometimes I tell them, we are not chasing behind people. There's no door-to-door selling. We are not directly advertising any products. There's no Amazon involved. I mean, we don't do buying and selling. We don't need to have parties to give away, samples to entice people. We don't have transportation and delivery. We don't have a kind of a garage full of inventory of stocks to sell, resell, and then there's no high technology. This is not rocket science involved, and we don't do, you don't need any prior experience, and there's no time zone restrictions. You can run the business from anywhere as long as you have an internet, maybe a laptop or a phone. So I keep telling these people, and they are so curious to know, then what is this? That's one of the reasons why we have this 90-minute webinar, right? So this is a business that we've all undertaken to run, inshallah, for the rest of our lives, right? It is not something that you start today and then we'll promise within 6 months you'll have a waterfront property, you have your own private jet. No, it is not something like that. And this business is not something that you set and forget and it earns you money like Bitcoin or whatever. No, it is not something like that. This is a real business. You have to start the way you have to start, and then you have to make sure that you dedicate your time and grow the business step by step the way you want at your own pace. And a lot of people are also asking, I mean, maybe you guys are in some kind of a pyramid. I'm like, look, a pyramid doesn't allow anyone who's joined later to surpass the guy who's started their business before them. I'm like, I've been in the business for so many years. I've seen people who've joined after us have gone, way better. They're earning way better money. That's because they chose to put that effort and the commitment, and they are reaping the benefits of that. I'm running my own race. They are running their own race, right? So we don't need to go behind anyone. And as you all mentioned, we don't need to pull others' legs. There's no office um, politics involved. So the way to start is watching that webinar. I invite everyone to come and spare that 90 minutes time and see what we have to offer. If it is for you, it's for you. If it is not for you, you can make the decision, and then we part ways and you start looking for different opportunities. But what we're trying to say is that we are real, normal people, everyday people, mothers and fathers, and people who want a better life for our families. So we are in the business. We are sharing this opportunity with the rest of the world. I mean, it is up to you, whoever is watching us, want to do something, to explore, do your own due diligence, your own research, and then take the opportunity, and then set up your business. We'll be there. Even if you come after another 1 year, inshallah, we will still be there supporting all the others as well. A lot of people regret that they did not start early. And I hear it all the time. So with that, over to Sister Fatima from Edmonton, and then we'll probably move to Brother Mine for the closing remarks and the close this session. Over to you, Sister Fatima.
Yeah, no, that's very true, brother. I mean, what you said, that everybody who has joined, and if they have been sitting on the fence for, say, a year, 2 years, and they've been sitting and watching us, right? When they join, then the first thing they say is, oh, I wasted so much time, right? I wish I had started it. I wish I had done this a year ago. Then, I would be further along in my journey. But then again, I guess that's when it's time for them. So even if you've been sitting for 6 months and you think, oh, I've wasted so much time, don't sit another 6 months. Take the action now and come and check this out. And we are giving a lot of resources for checking the business before you even decide whether you want to be a business owner or not. We have, like Brother Amin said, we have our 90-minute webinar. Then we also have, private groups like Sister Fatima. There's private groups you can come and check income claims and see what kind of people are in this business. You'll find your community there. And then after that, also you get a 30-day trial period. Right? You get to come and check it out before you make a decision. So when people watch the webinar and they say, "Oh, I don't get it. I don't understand," and then they're like, "This is it." Well, webinar is just giving you an overview. We cannot go into all the details. So if you want to really, you know, learn everything about the business, you need to spend more time on it, do your research, avail all the resources we are providing. Talk to us, ask us questions. That's why we're here. Reach out to us, check out the private group, take the 30-day trial, and in that, everything's transparent. You get to see the business model. And like our brother Amin said, when people are asking, what are you exactly doing? You get to see exactly what you're doing and what's expected from you. And then you make that decision. So over to you, Fatma, if you want to add a few words to people who are holding themselves back. How can they get started? What should they do?
Yes, I'll just before I sign off, I'll ask Sister Fatima to give some closing remarks from California.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're
definitely, sure. Yeah, so as Fatima mentioned, that we have a lot of resources for you in order to, give you complete information. And I just say one thing to people who have been over the fence, that go ahead, take the next step, obviously with your will, of course. But it's like that when the time will come to make a decision, you will have 100% transparency to our system. You will know all the details, how the system is working, how you don't have to play a role in selling, how just marketing is going to work, how will all the dots connect. The 30-day trial is your answer. Yes, we walk you through all the steps because we understand that everybody needs to have some information before they get into the trial. That is why we talk to you. That is why we, have the group for you, so that you can do your own research. And then we have the 30-day trial package for you. And trust me, the system which we have in place, you will take about hardly a week to know about all the details, and the rest is all due diligence. Do your due diligence, take the next step if you like, and then see for yourself if it's a good fit for you or not. And if it's not, don't hesitate to ask for the refund. We do it all the time. That's okay. That's it for me.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sister. So before I wrap up, just I wanted to say that from my experience, the way I started a business from Australia, took it back to Bangladesh, ran it 3.5 years, came back to Australia, ran it. I think it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for this platform, whether online and offline. Okay. In addition, because I come from an academic background, this business, the skills and the knowledge that I've gained of working online, the whole circumstance, the whole atmosphere, interaction with people, that has helped me to switch my career even to the customer care section. Also, I work on the side as a student consultant, and that is also remotely sort of. And this also was possible just because of this. Because so what I mean, a skill that you have learned that I have learned from this have been using potentially social media 10 years before going to the business. Maybe I opened my Facebook account 10 years back and then came across this skill. I wish I would have learned about this before that. So what I mean, this has helped me professionally. This has helped me just not the business in various ways, and obviously building relationship. Brother Amin and obviously Sister Fatima from California, we know you today, but with Brother Amin and Sister Fatima, we have been doing so many times, so long, and we have got a internal Muslim group as well for all the Muslims that we have in this community, where we discuss from Islamic perspective of doing a business in this modern era. So have an insight, and there's all the questions, queries, everything is discussed there, and that itself has more than 1,000 members from the Muslim community. So
Definitely. And I would like to add one thing here, that the era in we are in, to be honest, we are moving towards social media and AI and everything. Like somehow it looks like that a lot of things, just because of the automation, they are getting obsolete. So I would say it's the high time for us to, get this thing in place, so that for our future or for our kids' future, we are already in a good secure position.
Definitely. So that's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. The social media space is used for everything, whether it's business, whether it's about politics, whether it's religion, whether it's sports, entertainment, everything, every platform, influencer, politicians, famous people are here. Now, we, most of us are just consumer of information. We don't know what goes on the back end of it. So there is, at the back end of it, there is always a business side of it. And we just learn that skill of those. So and that's what we are doing, that skill, using that skill. So yeah, nevertheless, we have been trying to educate you how these things are working, how it has worked for us. If this is something you find valuable, then take the first step. The first step is to watch our free webinar. You don't have to spend anything at this stage, and then after the webinar, we'll be more than happy to take you forward. But one thing, I would be setting up a realistic expectation. If you think that a business, whether online or offline, it would come up like you don't have to do any work, you don't have to invest any money, and you'd be earning a lot of money overnight as well. And if that doesn't happen, then business is not good, it's a scam, I would say. There is nothing potentially you're going to find this way. We're credible people, that's why we show our faces. That's why you have put our reputation here, just because we know this is what it is. This is legit, this is taxable. We pay taxes as per the laws of the land we live in. This is also from Islamic perspective, a halal business as well. So that's on that mark, I believe for today, wherever you are, stay safe and stay blessed. Take care. There'll be a website. These are broadcasted in our pages. So you could just reach out to us from there. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. You have a lovely day. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Take care.